Y'all remember in season 6 when Leanne got the ick from Mike? That's how I feel about Lola.
Watching that video did upset me because you were doing. I didn't even care about what you were doing because I didn't even.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island season 13 episode 37. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Was anybody else a little discombobulated at the end of this episode? I was like, what is going on? I was so confused. Let's start from the top. So we start with the women getting ready for the evening. We have Jasmine, and I wrote Alicia, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say Mika. They're talking about her wanting to rebuild with Calvin. She says, listen, we can put things to bed. The next morning, if he wants to start from scratch, we can do that. Except this time they'll be starting from scratch, but with feelings. So not from scratch, but whatever. And basically they walk into their next conversation with a mission to work things out.
My whole focus is getting you back.
We're both on the same page with trying to figure it out.
We're definitely on the same page.
Okay. And I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to ever leave this place and have a regret.
I can't see how we can't get through it. Do you know what I mean? I've missed hugging you, Jazz.
I missed you so much. Kind of don't think it could have gone any better. Are we so back?
It's so bad.
Now, Calvin, like I said, this man don't stand on business. And that's my biggest qualm with him. And one thing that somebody pointed out yesterday was well, it wasn't the fact that Calvin was just distant, whatever, with Jasmine. It was also the fact that he was smirking while watching the clips back. Respectfully, if you went through a few weeks now of you feeling gaslit regarding certain things and you see that you weren't tripping, you would have a smirk too. Oftentimes people look at the final result and they're like, oh my gosh, why would that person do that? Let's not ignore the journey that got us here. So I personally was not mad at Calvin smirking during movie night because Jasmine too was smirking in certain moments. Guys, he had a reason to feel like he was vindicated, and watching the clips back proved that. And I get it. Jasmine is crying. People often want to sympathize with the person who is crying, but that does not make your feelings bigger than the next person. Anyways, to today, Calvin took Charlene earlier that day to the terrace and was talking about, maybe we can share the bed. Just let's not kiss and cuddle and stuff because, that's going to be disrespectful, right? And then they were teetering with the idea of, well, how could we avoid that if we're in the bed together? He's basically saying, I want to give it another try with you. But now, 12 hours later, you talking about, no, I only got eyes for you, Jasmine. Calvin, get out. Get out. Get out. That easily impressionable impression that Jasmine has of you is absolutely true. I do think he often is on the money regarding his feelings, but his follow through just sucks. It just sucks. I don't know if he's a person who can only focus on what's happening right here in the moment in front of him and he's unable to see the broader scope of things. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But anyways, she says that she isn't falling for him. She's already fallen. She's feeling things for him that she honestly hasn't felt before. He says, I only have eyes for you. It should be noted that neither of them properly apologized for how they hurt each other, and neither of them set out a plan of action to fix the things that have been broken between them. So personally, I feel like give it about a week, they're going to be arguing about the same shit they've been arguing about the whole time. Priya and Aiden have a conversation. He's trying to see where she's at with her connection, her journey in the villa. And she says, honestly, things just aren't going anywhere with Jordan. He says the same regarding himself and Martha. And then he's like, honestly, a little bit of me would have been eager to get back to you if I knew you were single. If somebody called me yeah, Priya's single, I would have been, oh yeah, it's going to be me and Priya. Priya is not buying it. Or so I thought.
Me and him have been having chats. Yeah, he's fit. I just feel like we're just better off as friends.
I feel like I'm in the same position as you.
You actually thought I'd be waiting for you? Really?
No.
I don't believe you.
What? I'm being serious. I feel like we didn't actually get a chance.
We like talking to you.
Priya, stop. Priya. She's now thinking that, maybe she didn't give herself a chance with Aiden. Are you serious? At some point, we have to look at the person and say, oh, your picker is just bad. It's you. It's you. Because what missed opportunity would there have been with Aiden? Please tell me quickly. Quickly. Okay. Jordan and Martha are also having a conversation saying, yeah, things aren't really working. Jordan, we knew he ain't ever like Priya, but he's gonna say things have just fizzled out, please. Martha, she's not really getting much play from Aiden. And by play, I don't even mean play. I think he's just honestly just not giving her energy at all. So they're trying to see if there's something there. Aiden and Priya are trying to see if there's something there. And for the sake of everybody's sanity, I guess this makes more sense. But Priya, don't piss me off. As Jasmine is giving an update to Mika and Priya regarding what happened in the conversation with Kavin, they see him take Charlene aside to basically end things with her. This man fell right into her trap. It worked. It worked. Kavin, all the best to you, sir. So he reports back to the boys, and they're as confused as we are, because he just had that conversation with Charlene, basically making it seem like he was interested in her, and now he's done a 180, and he's back on Jasmine, but this time he's not looking back at Charlene. He said, Charlene who? Charlene where? Don't know that girl. Who is that lady? Get her out of my villa. So the guys are supportive. The guys being Samraj and who was the other guy who was there? Lorenzo. Aiden didn't seem too happy. That doesn't surprise us because we know that he was rooting for Charlene and he wasn't the biggest fan of Kavin and Jasmine's relationship. But at the end of the day, what can you do? Kavin is finally making decisions that are solely his own. I still don't believe he was blindly following what his brother did say. However, he was heavily considering the words of his brother. So this decision is solely his own, and he seems to be content with it. The same guys who were talking to Kavin are now talking to Simba. They want to see where he's at with Angelista, and it's clear that he desperately wants Angelista back. So they're like, okay, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to win her over? He says because he had embarrassed her publicly, he has to, give a declaration of love publicly. And at first, it looked like Angelista wasn't having it.
I just titled it Letter to Angelista. The first time I saw you was on my TV screen in Edmonton. They thought I was joking, but I've never been so serious in my whole life. I told them both that I'm going to bring you back home once this is all done. I want to become the best version of Simba Rasha for you. You're the best thing that's happened to me. I know it will take time for you to trust me again as a result of my mistakes. You're who I want, Angie, and I won't give up on us. I can't.
Bro, I started welling up.
What's wrong? I'm sorry. I apologise, it's fine.
I couldn't tell if Angelista was pissed off, if she was sad or what. I couldn't tell what was going on, but she was happy that he made this speech. One thing about the Zimbabweans on this damn show, we gonna have a speech, child. We gonna have a speech. Wasn't it Tanya who gave a grand speech in front of the whole villa to win Shaq back? And it worked. Simba is doing this whole speech to win Angelista back. It's going to take more work than what Tanya had to do, but it is going to work. Mimi didn't do a speech, but she had that whole terrorist moment with Ayo. Like, the Zimbabweans love to explain. We love to explain our case, yeah? Angelista is still giving him a hard time, and I love that. You can obviously tell she's going to take him back. Her big hang-up was the fact that people also didn't co-sign his behavior. So to see everybody be proud of him and to acknowledge the growth and be happy that they're on their way to being back together, that is going to lift a weight off of her shoulders. But I'm glad that she's just not folding. She was like, yeah, you can have a side hug.
I'm going to address my own faults and my own problems. I miss my Angie, man.
The one-liners that you're just whipping up.
You think this is scripted?
No, I'm just asking you. I was brewing up to...
You're going to dead it with me? You still want to dead it with me tomorrow, that's fine. Can I give you a hug?
Well, if you want to bin me off tomorrow, that's okay. She was like, yeah. She's going to take her time to process. And I love that for her. Absolutely, you should stand your ground. During Simba's speech, he said he was sitting at home in Edmonton with his mom. Guys, I kid you not, I looked around because I live in Edmonton. I was like, I know I'm not beating the allegations that I act like Simba's my little brother or something, but when he said Edmonton, I had to question myself. I said, are you in the other room? What's going on? But anyways, I thought the speech was nice. I'm similar to Angelista. It's gonna take more than words, sweetie. Let's keep the actions going. Let's keep them going. I did not like, and I hate, this is This is similar to when there's a baby shower, and once they find, not the baby shower, sorry, a gender reveal, and once the guy finds out the gender, he runs straight to his boys. I did not like that Simba is crying into Lorenzo's arms. Why? And then even on his way to talk to Angelista, he's still hugging the boys on the way. Nah, bro. What? Oh, God. I need men to release the shackles of loving men more than they love their girl. I'm just like, what's going on? I'm just glad that Angelista's still giving him a hard time. I'm okay with that. Take your time, sister. Don't fold, because everybody thinks that you're a dummy. I don't think you're a dummy. I think there's limited options. You like the guy. What can you do? The people on the outside who are judging have fallen for less. We see a quick scene between Jordan and Mara. They have a quick conversation about how they haven't really gotten to explore something between each other. And she was like, oh, hi, my name is Mara. And they laugh about it. And I was like, oh, where is this going? The next day, they speak on the terrace and she lets him know that he is her type. They would like to see where things go. And they agreed to have more conversations, right? Then we cut to Lola and Yasmin speaking about Yasmin chiming in on Lola's behalf. And she just wants to make sure that Lola doesn't see her actions as her overstepping. Guys, I couldn't even process what was happening because Lola is just so angry at Yulia. Nobody can reason with this girl.
I felt like you were quiet earlier.
I'm actually good, I promise.
Okay, good. Me watching that, I was like, what the hell is going on?
It's just like, obviously, Casa was shit.
How are you feeling about the Yulia situation?
She's a fucking bitch. I actually hate the girl. She knows what she's doing. She's here for the airtime and attention. I think everyone needs to be really fucking careful of her.
You hate Yulia? You hate her? Hate her. You think she's not a girl's girl because she asked a simple question, which you have still yet to answer. You have yet to answer that question to this day. You think that she's not a girl's girl because she asked your man, not your boyfriend, not your exclusive partner, your mans that you're coupled up with, why he needs a test if he's in love with you. And she's not a girl's girl and you hate her. Let's move on. I missed some things before bed. But we do see Coven and Simba still sleeping outside, okay? Both Jasmine and Coven allude to wanting to say, I love you. We didn't see too much chatter after that from Coven, but Jasmine was talking to Angelista and she's like, it's just a little too early and I'm kind of scared to say it. In the morning, Coven says that he's done with the day beds. Simba says that Angelista is a hard nut to crack, but that is why he likes her. She did agree to have more conversations with him. And then he was pushing his luck, trying to say like, oh, can we share a drink? And she was like, excuse me? No, you were doing too much. And I'm like, yes, girl. Yeah, make him hurt. Make him hurt. I still think he should have lost the girl, but fine. If he is going to have a chance with her, she's got to make him hurt in the process, okay? So then we have Coven who takes Jasmine to the hideaway and she's excited because she's never been there before. This is going to be a problem for Charlene. And I have a few words for Charlene.
Everything is just in my face. Do you not think that's a bit much?
That probably upsets you a little bit.
A little bit. Well, I think you're a dickhead for that.
Okay. I've had enough of being dickheaded and...
I'm allowed to be upset.
Yeah, you are. You're allowed. It's all good.
Is it?
I take it on board.
So addressing the hideaway, I'm glad that Coven and Jasmine did have the talk about the affair with Lorenzo. She says that is done for good. They both agree that they're no longer going to be looking at other people and they're just going to focus on each other. They also do allude to the whole like I love you thing. They don't say the word, but they're saying like whatever you're feeling, it is what you are feeling, okay? Okay, cool. Then Charlene is going to have a conversation with Coven. Sorry, not me blanking. So she's going to have a conversation with Coven and she feels like he hasn't been compassionate regarding their situation because why would he go publicly with this girl that he likes while Charlene is just there having to watch the whole thing? And as much as I do agree that Coven could have had more couth navigating these two women, I have to look at Charlene sideways because this is the same woman who was on the terrace the day before and felt no way about how Jasmine might have felt about that. She's the girl who was toying with the idea of getting back in bed with Coven and did not care how Jasmine potentially would have felt about that. At least Coven and Jasmine went to the hideaway. And I get it. It sounds bad. It looks bad, whatever. But at least what they were doing was not right in your line of sight. So with Charlene, I'm like, yes, I do feel for you. I do think he should have handled you with more care. Absolutely. 100%. Even in this conversation, Calvin was getting a little agitated with her because he keeps saying, you're a dickhead, you're a dickhead, you're a dickhead. And I know that, like, especially with the Love Island demographic, they love to see a man get cussed out. But respectfully, when you keep digging and digging and digging at somebody, and Simba said it too, and I know, wrong messenger, whatever. But if you constantly do dig at somebody, they are going to get pissed off. They are going to be irritated. So I get why he's like, okay, well, if you're going to keep calling me a dickhead, I'm going to be done with the conversation. And she's like, well, I'm just expressing how I feel. Yeah, but you're digging at him. And it's annoying. And honestly, as iconic as the moments were with Mara, I can see why Simba was also irritated. Like, okay, well, how many times are you going to tell me I'm irritating, I'm worthless, I'm this, I'm that, I'm what? Like, bro, it gets to a point. So with all that being said, like, I do understand where she's coming from, but you're giving bitter to me. Because if you were the one that he went to the hideaway with, if you were the one he decided to focus on, you would not have a care for Jasmine. In the same way how in the previous episode, I was like, yeah, it sucks to see Jasmine cry and all that, but like breakups happen. And unfortunately, you do have to see your person move on in this villa. It sucks to watch it, but like, it is what it is. Charlene, it is what it is. And she's like, oh, it's all in my face. You're all in one house. Lola, she starts to cry while talking to Sean because she feels like whatever she saw at movie night was a misrepresentation of what is going on with Sean. And I'm like, huh?
Watching that video did upset me because you were doing, I didn't even care about what you were doing. It upset me so much because I'm just like, it's not accurate and it's just shit.
When they came up with the tweet thing, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to be exclusive, what was really pissing me off, I was like, I would never ever say that about Lola. You know, I love you and I'm all for you.
This whole thing and then that was fucking stupid.
So you're both unwell. Okay, so Lola is under the impression that the footage she saw was doctored. Let me tell you something. It was clipped, but it was not doctored. The things that were said were said. Sean's dumbass is gonna also chime in and be like, yeah, even at the Twitter challenge, when they made it seem like I said that thing that I didn't say, I never said that. That's so wicked for them to do that. You said it. And we saw you say it. You saw you say it. So riddle me this. Okay. If in fact what you saw was not real, why was Sean so apologetic immediately after? Why was Sean disgusted at his behavior? Why was Sean offended on your behalf regarding the way that he was acting? Tell me quickly. Actually, I don't think you can tell me because one thing we know about Lola, she's not able to answer simple questions. Girl, you're weird. I think this girl is spiraling because she realized she looks stupid, but you look even dumber with this whole thing. Like this makes you seem absolutely deranged, truly. So the villain gets a text that there's going to be a recoupling and it is boy's choice. Tommy was first. He picks Yasmin and he says from the moment he walked in, he knew that she was the one. I will say, we don't really get to see them much, but they do seem to be quite compatible. They do seem well suited. So I do love that for Yasmin. Samraj picks Mika. The speech went on for so long. And it was so full of fluff. You know, if I had a hand of super glue, I would stick it on you because that's how much. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Fine. Sean picks Lola. Finley picks Ellie. Side note, I think they got her shade because the makeup today, even the makeup at movie night, it is starting to match her. I don't know what was going on with the makeup earlier, but the shade match is perfect today. Love that for my good sis. We have Calvin who picks Jasmine. Lorenzo picks Yulia. Simba picks Angelista. He said, this man has to grovel to Kingdom Come. He said, basically, you are the most beautifulest, prettiest, most sexiest, most astounding, most astonishing, most vivacious, curvaceous, bodacious woman I've ever seen in my entire life, ever, ever, ever. Yeah. Repeat that. Repeat that every day to my sister. You better tell her every day. Tell her every day. He said, I know that it is a privilege to get to speak to you. Yeah, remember that. Make him hurt, Angelista, make him hurt. Then we have Aiden, who picks Priya. I wrote down that he was going to pick Martha because before the recoupling, they basically were saying, oh, you know what? I didn't get your personality. Typically I do like girls who have like a bigger personality. And Martha was like, yeah, but don't you think that sometimes that'll make you clash and whatever? And so he was like, okay, I'm seeing a different side of you that I didn't expect. So I thought that was going to make him pick Martha. No, he picks Priya. Okay, fine. Last is Jordan. It's only Costa girls left in the lineup. It's Mara, Charlene, and Martha. I wrote down, Jordan picks Mara. Jordan picked Martha. I said, Mara herself was confused because what is going on? What's happening? In the next episode, it seems like Aiden is still going to want to pursue something with Martha, and then that's going to blindside Priya, and I'm just like, oh, bro, I don't know. I can't. And then Lola's bird self. Oh, Lola is going to want to target Yulia in the game because she is just that angry with Yulia. She hates this woman, hates her. And even Sean is like, bro, we're not going to be petty. Like, what's wrong with you? And she's like, no, but she's a bitch. I hate her. Seek help. No, guys, where's the wellness team? Where's the wellness team? I don't think I've ever seen somebody this unhinged. What's going on? Sister, you have lost your marbles. Oh my gosh. And this lady is a detective? Shall I speak? Okay. Anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.